literally just grabs my man parts so hard without me even like really being aware, and it hurt so bad. I'm like, whoa, chill. Before this video starts, I would really appreciate it if you can like this video and sub to the channel. I'm trying to get to at least 2,000 subscribers by September. Not exactly sure how that's gonna be done, but you know, with the help of y'all, I know we can do it. So please help me out because you know I'm struggling, so help a brother out, please. Alright, let's get to the video. So this story starts off at the end of one of the worst dates I've ever been on in my entire life. So on one random Thursday night, I'm at dinner with a female that I had met at a club from a prior weekend. And during the whole date, it was decent for the most part. The conversations were pretty normal and we were just trying to get to know each other better, which is cool. Till this chick decides she wanted to start talking about politics and where I stood on certain issues. Yeah, she was one of those, but once the conversation switched to politics, let's just say she was not pleased with any of my answers. This happened 7 years ago, and I wasn't the most knowledgeable person about politics. I'm still not, but I'm very opinionated, and I wasn't scared to share my opinions. Maybe I shouldn't have shared it at all. But regardless, I don't even really know what the conversation was about, but I know it was about politics. And I really didn't care to talk about that, but she was so adamant about it, and she got so adamant to the point that she kept on getting triggered. I didn't understand it, because I tried to switch up the conversation and bring it back to some normalcy and, you know, start spitting some game to her. So I tried to tell her, like, you know, look, you know, when I come over to your crib, I'm gonna need a place to, you know, sleep. I need a place to rest my head because I need somebody to hold me down. So I'm just saying, you got some room for me? Room, you know what I'm saying? She was like, yeah, I got some room for you on the floor with my dogs. Thank you very much. And she got up and she left. Yeah, that one hurt. So I had to walk back home with that pain in my heart. So as I make my way back home, I am still feeling the residual pain of the events that just happened, so I decide that I need to distract myself from what just happened. And what better way to do that than to go on Tinder? So that's exactly what I did. So I'm on Tinder and I'm swiping across profiles like a madman till I get to one specific profile that actually stopped me in my tracks. Damn, she got a fat ass! No lie, I really stopped to yell that out. But anyways, I didn't really think too much of it. I swipe right, obviously. I eventually get home and I ran out of swipes, and I was disappointed because I wasn't done healing from my trauma of that date. So I called it a night because I had classes the next morning, and to make matters worse, my first class had a surprise test that I bombed because it was a surprise. I didn't know anything about it. So eventually I get done with all my classes and I go home and I did what I do best. Yes, you guessed it, I took a nap. And as I am sleeping and enjoying my nap, I get a notification on my phone. Who's texting me, man? Niggas don't want a young nigga to win. So I realized it wasn't a text notification, it was actually a Tinder notification. Because your boy just matched with the big booty chick from last night. And I ain't waste no time. I start texting her, and you know, start spitting a little game because, you know, that's what I do. And everything just ended up with me asking if she wanted to come through to the crib that same day. Honestly, I didn't really think it'd work, but she was like, yeah, she could come through after work. I'm like, ooh, we in there. We in there. Oh, she got a big booty. Yeah. So about 3 hours later, she comes through to the crib and we start talking. We don't really know each other like that, so we're just having that normal type conversation that everybody has. But honestly, she's just blabbing and yapping about stuff I don't really care about. I just wanted to see that booty. So we decided to take the conversation to the couch while we watch a movie, like, you know, watch a movie. And about an hour into the movie, you know, we start getting a little bit comfortable. She's cuddled up to me, her head's on my shoulder, and you know, it's a vibe, it's cool. Then she starts talking to me and she starts opening up, and I'm like, Huh? This ain't the vibe I'm trying to set. Like, what kind of deep, intimate stuff is going on here? Like, what are we doing? Then she starts talking about her childhood, and she mentioned this one situation that involved her as a little kid and her uncle. And we're on YouTube, so I'm not gonna outright say it, but let's just say her uncle did something that starts with a letter M to her when she was a child. And she says that situation literally turned her into a sex addict. Yeah, some dark stuff. But before I could even finish computing what she just told me, she literally just grabs my man parts so hard without me even really being aware, and it hurt so bad. I'm like, whoa, chill. I ain't even trying to get into anything after you just literally told me that you are a sex addict because of such a traumatic experience you went through in your childhood. I don't think that's the most appropriate time to really do anything after you hear that. Now, a quick aside, yes, at that time I was still a virgin. By choice, I was trying to test my discipline in ways that I can only understand. It really doesn't make sense. So I wasn't gonna break my test of discipline for her, and I definitely wasn't gonna break it right after she told me that the reason she indulges in sex a lot is because she went through such a traumatic experience when she was a kid. I'm not finna take advantage of that situation. That's kinda messed up. But yeah, it didn't really matter because she still had a firm grip on my man parts. And the situation quickly turned into a debate because she started listing out reasons why I should go through with it, with my man parts still in her hands. And she started saying things I ain't ever heard girls say in real time. She said she was clean, that she got the good, and this one took me. She said, please, all I need is just 2 pumps. I'm like, whoa. This is kind of crazy. I ain't never been in this situation before. Plus, I ain't even have a condom, but yeah, she didn't care about that neither. Needless to say, I stood firm on my beliefs, on what I was trying to accomplish with my discipline, and she eventually let go after 10 minutes of hard negotiations. No pun intended. So at this point, the situation's already awkward, so she decides to leave, and I did not hear from her for a month. Till I decided to call her on one random night, and we're talking on the phone, on FaceTime to be more specific. And during the conversation, she got up to go get something, and I couldn't help but notice a bump around her stomach area. So I just outright asked her when she got back on the call, yo, are you pregnant? She was like, yeah, I am. I'm like, when did this happen? She was like, I met a couple people after I met you. The only difference is I guess they decided to give me those 2 pumps I was asking for. I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of funny. A little passive aggressive, but it was funny. So I asked her if she knew who the father was, and she was like, nope, she had no idea. It could have been anybody. Definitely not me. So I just said, you know what, good luck and I wish you the best. Moral of the story. If you have a gut feeling of something being off, go with your gut. 95% of the time you might be right. And never feel pressure to break something that you want to accomplish. Keep that discipline. Resist the temptation, my brothers and sisters. And lastly, on a more serious note, if you're battling any form of addiction, I will strongly suggest and advise you seek the necessary help. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe out here. Peace.